we have a special episode today. As you guys know, or most of you know, we've just completed the RC16, AKA the RC1390R. We're going to race it this weekend. We need to go to the dyno because if you guys haven't seen, we built this really cool custom MotoGP inspired dual bank exhaust. It's a true 2-into-1, like separated from each other. There's no crossover pipes, nothing. The bike's tune is pretty good as far as baseline, but we need to not only dyno test it to see where we are numbers wise, but also we need to see where we can be better. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull the belly pan and the upper and remove the exhaust. I'm gonna weld on some O2 bungs on the ends of the exhaust so we can probe it and basically read the AFR, you know, truly what it is, and then we'll be able to make some adjustments. So it's gonna be a very sporadic episode. We have a lot going on with just a few days to go racing this weekend. We're just gonna go ahead and get to work. We're gonna switch it to time lapse and we're gonna strip this thing down. What's up, buddy? All right, so we're back again. Last time we were here, we had a little issue with the exhaust. Some of the diameters that we were testing on the bike, it was choking it too much. So we want to show you guys everything. The bike was basically down almost 20 horsepower. It was down to 164 horsepower, but you could tell it was just choked up. So now we're back at TST. Now we have a true 58 mil through exhaust, 60 at the openings. Should be nice and free flowing. We should still have enough back pressure. We're still about equal length on the headers, front and rear. So now we could put on the dyno and see how she does today. Some of you may have already spotted the issue with the O2 bungs. They are way too far upstream on the exhaust exit. They need to be closer to the stock O2 sensors to get a correct AFR reading. It was reading dangerously lean, and we couldn't do any more testing because we had to get to the track.
What? It's extremely lean.
Is it really?
Like crazy lean. That's everywhere. Like I did, these are all estimates, you know, 10%, 25, 50, 75. But it's like running, and it's off the charts. Like the max is 16, it's going way over. Yeah. So this is, look at that. Wow. Like, it's out of the 19, which is
oh my god.
As much as like 0% to 3.
Holy shit. Let's fast forward. We got done dyno testing, and basically the first time we went out, the bike made about 164, 165. We ran into a problem with piping diameter on the original design that we had on the bike. We had to go ahead and open up the diameter and basically make the exhaust more free-flowing. So we went to a 58 mil all the way throughout with a 60 mil collector at the end can, and the bike performed way better. Almost made 11 more horsepower. It was 175. Anybody, before you roast me down in the comments, you're gonna say, wow, that's way down on power for a 1390. I agree with you. This is a very new exhaust. We're guinea pigs, okay? So in order to get this right and make this perform the best, it's gonna take us weeks and weeks of dialing in the tune specifically for this exhaust. So before you roast me in the comment section, I just wanna let you know that we have many testing videos coming up just on this exhaust specifically. On the dyno, you can hear us talk about it kind of running lean, and that was because I welded the bungs too far towards the exit of the exhaust, and we were basically getting a false reading. So we need to put them further up the exhaust, closer to the flange where they bolt and closer to the stock O2 sensors so that we can get a more accurate reading, and then Jordan at Tune Logic can start building off of the tune for this exhaust. We should see somewhere between 180 and 190, basically what you see on a normal 1390 with a full Acra and an Acra map. We should be pretty spot on, but what's cool is because we're custom dyno tuning this bike, we can do tune by cylinder and get it really spot on with this dual bank exhaust. So we got to take it to Roebling this weekend and do testing. We actually did our first laps on this bike. I mean, you guys can see we were all ecstatic, over the moon. Also, everybody that was at the Roebling event with N2 and Weira this weekend, it was awesome. All the love and support you guys showed, seeing the bike, getting to talk about it. Like, it was just so awesome interacting with you guys. Also, any event that you see this bike or you see us at, please feel free, come up, say hi, take pictures with the bike. Like, this is the people's bike. We built this for everybody to enjoy it. So if you're ever at an event that we're at, please don't hesitate to come out and say hi. We were basically told, take it easy. We know the tune's not 100% and we don't want to damage the bike in any way, shape, or form. So Jordan gave us the go-ahead to spend some laps, see how it felt, kind of go through the throttle mapping. So we got to test it this weekend at Roebling, and as always, we got to race the whole fleet of bikes, including the 990, including James, on the B bike 990, both the 990s. And I want to give a special shout out. Our boy, Senior Crush, he has popped the seal. He officially got his race license and broke the seal and raced his first race this weekend. Show him, Jake. Come on. Show him this little itty bitty piece of plaque. My man's first race out, finished 3rd place. And what was awesome is in heavyweight twins, all 3 bikes were on the podium. Not the RC16, but Jake on the Daytona got 3rd place. James, of course, whooped ass as always on Barb. And I'm happy to announce I got my first 2nd place, and it was a full Bello Moto lockout on the podium. Absolutely surreal moment. But I have to say, the highlight was against better judgment. And Jordan, I love you, brother. I know you said I shouldn't race the bike, but we took it out in a superbike, and the RC16 officially brought home a podium. We got 3rd place on the bike, and you guys got to understand, we have a lot of stuff to dial in on this bike, especially the electronic suspension. This thing was so stiff with the anti-dive and the settings that we started with. I couldn't even get the bike to handle. I was like 2 feet off the ground trying to hang off the side of it. But we actually got it dialed in on some kind of suspension setup that we could ride the bike a little bit quicker, and it did great. In A Superbike, we got 3rd place. It was an absolute amazing event. I know the video is kind of all over the place. This is where we're gonna leave off on the RC1390. Like I say, I have a lot of videos on this bike coming soon because we're just gonna nonstop be testing and getting data on this bike. So this will be like an episode every other week on this thing for the next few months. But also, I wanna ask you guys, a few months ago, we did a full everything you need to know about the 990 since we had at that point, 100 hours already on the bike? Yeah. Well, now we can safely say with close to 1,000 miles, our 2nd engine in one of the bikes. We have a slew of trophies on the 990s after racing about 7 rounds this season already. So basically we have a lot of data for you guys. So I wanna ask you guys, if you want a full round 2 or a part 2 of everything you need to know about the 990, we've got even more suspension changes. We now have belly pans, tails, parts on the bikes that we've been testing. You can see some damaged parts, blown motors, all different kinds of stuff that we need to bring you up to speed on. So if you guys want a full-length video on the 990s again, please comment down below. We'd be happy to make those videos. It is a lot longer and a lot more, intuitive to make those videos for you guys, but we would love to shoot a part 2 since we have all this data on the bikes now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Before we go, I wanna show you guys a little sneak peek what you can expect next episode. We have a slew of goodies from our good friends at Duke-A-Bike for the Super Dukes. We have everything from Nintendo race switches to billet master cylinders, both clutch and brake side, as well as the all-new Race Torx thumb brake Superbike setup that we will be installing on the 1390 track bike. And as expected, I know you guys have been asking for it, we will be building the RC16 street kit the next episode. As always, it's a pleasure, and we'll see you on the next one.
Sketchiest race of my life. Watch the clip on.
Bro, do it again. Look at that thing. That's that adjustable clip on.
Shit.
Sketchiest race of my fucking life.
God.
Still got the win though.
Still got the win. 2nd overall with this. Damn.
What happened there?
Got the peg leg clip on. Good shit, buddy.
We're gonna Loctite those instead of just looking them down. Guys, Jesus.
Great job, buddy.